Well, it's Monday, Royal Mail Day, AliExpress Day. So, been waiting for these for a week or two. Bit slower than some of their other stuff, although I've still yet to receive the magnets. Unless they're in this, and it's not what I think it is. But if it's a big box for a pack of magnets, I suspect these are my other little pine trees. The boutique ones. Oh yes. Let me just get them out of the bag. There's going to be a mess. So I ordered 4. Oh, well, no, it was 1 pack. I thought it was two of 2. 3 pieces, 21 centimetre. These aren't 21 centimetre. Do you think? Let's have a look. I could be wrong. Yeah, I might be. So I thought there was 2 and I ordered 4, but maybe that was the other ones. There's only 3 and it says a 3 pack, 21 centimetre. So now I've got them out of the bag, they're not quite as dark. Yeah, the trunk, there's a bit of wire, so they're 24, but the actual bit from the surface is 21. Bit of a bow on this one. So this has got some kind of sort of spongy flock on it, though it's a little bit more crispy, crunchy than some of them. But they do give you a little bit more sort of dense foliage. Can't really tell from the screen, that's better. These were what they call army green, which I tend to find is a bit more darker, like conifers. They do other greens, but I can't really. This one's a bit flat, but they want bringing out a little bit. They might want some spray on them, and these are a light white. Oop, just pulled that bit off. They look like they've got static grass on a bit of bent wire, and then some scenic scatter is put on top of them to give them sort of a more plumper, fuller body. So yeah, they need a little bit of tweaking because obviously they've been stuffed in a box, but nothing too major. So they come out, if I didn't just say, £10.91, £11. So not cheap, but not expensive when you compare them to, you know, what you'd pay for a Hornby offering or something. Plus you get a free bag of scatter as well. So, and they were on a bit of a deal, so sometimes they're more money. They don't look as good as they did in the picture, but not by much. You know, it's not one of those cases where they photograph something entirely different to what you get turned up in the bag. These are the same people who do those wire armature trees that I buy, and then you just paint them and flock them and do what you want. So I've sort of got these with those other ones that may or may not be on this video section, but I'm not disappointed with them. They're not quite as good as I thought they were going to be, but that might just be the coloration, and the ones they take in the photo are obviously going to be the nicer ones. It's a bit like McDonald's, isn't it, when you see the burger on the picture at the back of the counter, and what you get is a far cry from what you've seen on the billboard. But yeah, they're not bad, not quite as good, but I'm not, you know, it'd have been nice if they'd have £7 and not 11. But never mind. I'd get them again if they're on a deal. I wouldn't pay premium price for them, but so So this is another Rouse of Sheffield eBay auction. Not one of their buy it nows, this was an auction I won. Right, so this was a lot on an eBay auction on the Rouse of Sheffield. It's a combination of sort of, I think, bits they've had from a layout purchase. There's modular switches, various servo type cabling, which is probably from Megapoints. There's some Megapoint switches and some Woodland Scenics light hub things, which, as you probably know, I think they're about £15–20 each. I was expecting to get knocked out of the running because there's a few bits on there that I might be able to make use of, but don't necessarily need or want. But I only paid £16. £4 postage, so £20, less than £21. So let's have a look. Just get that out of the way. So we've got a big hunk of servo type cabling. There's a lot in here. I mean, I've bought these from, it's got the tag missing on the, I bought these from China before, the extension leads and the thingies, because I'm obviously going to do a lot of servo controlled turnouts. So there's tons there. There's 15 to 20 quid's worth there. These ones look like the same ones I bought from China. These extension ones might be. They are, yeah, they're extension leads, so they're handy because I've already bought some of those. Let me just edit that out. We've got some double ones as well. They're well, that's 2 in. It could be for signals. You don't normally use the double for controlling whatchamacalls it, your barriers. So will that go back? Yes. So the next bit is all of these little switch modules and screws. There's a bunch of screws just fell out from something. Oops, more screws. So I don't know whether these are, yeah, they're Megapoints. I think these plug in the boards. Little momentary contact switches. There's quite a few of them, some with these little red caps on. I suppose you've probably got the option of changing the colours for doing different things. Yeah, there's a bunch of blue ones here as well. So I haven't got all the caps, but they're probably just a standard aftermarket thing you can buy. So these will go in the little socket heads. There's a bunch of those. This one here, which I think is the programming for the servo boards, Megapoints controller boards. This is like the remote one if you want to change settings. So there's a bunch of those. I haven't been on his website to see what they are, but I would imagine they're probably £7-ish each. And let's put that back in the bag. So there is those as well. So you can see there's, this bag's not going to hate these shit bags. There's my money's worth already. But wait, there's more. We have a load of just light plug cabling and a small reel of extension cable, or a reel of cable, accessory cable. A random strip of LED. So we've got the little just light compatible leads. I don't know whether they're theirs or just something that does the same job. What we got here, a little LED. Looks like there's some of those little flat square LEDs in here as well. or at least one I can see, which I've got some lathe naive model ones. And then we have yet more cabling. These have got all green LEDs on them, and they're all greens. No green and red, or maybe it's, I don't know. So they're probably for a points indication board. I didn't see anything else on there that at the time, but I think I might have one mega points board. If not, I can always use these on my block signalling boards, because I think I've got 2 block signalling points detection boards to do integrate into a mimic panel. So all useful gumph, which is why I bought it. Then we've got the little light hubs. I think these are £15–16 each. So you've got the dimmers to control the intensity, the expansion hub so that you can have power going into that, and then each one of those feeds one of these. So you can sort of do a whole block. The only one there isn't, unfortunately, is the light sequencer, which does the on and offs. Cheapest place I've found that is Model Bound Shop Lippy. So we've got those. Again, like I said, they're £15 each, 60 quid's worth there. Then we've got 2 of their power supplies. Yeah, Woodland Scenics power supplies, which is just a generic standard power supply. 24 volt, 1 amp. 2 of those. I bet they're about 15–20 pounds a pop. Knowing Woodland Scenics prices. And then we've got the little remote switch as well, which goes into the hub and then turns it all on and off, so you can have that on your front panel to control the switches. So yeah, not a bad little haul, which is why I sort of not expecting to win it. I can't remember what my bid was, but I won it at £16 something or other. So I was expecting it to go a lot more than it did. So there's a whole bunch of stuff there. Now I've got to find, because the boxes I've got with all this type of stuff in are already very, very well packed and full. So methinks I might need a tote crate and sort out all my electronics bits and find a home for them in one of the sheds, because the back room is reaching capacity. So we've got quite a stiff little cable. Relatively full route, probably less than a quarter gone off of that, I imagine. Let's stick it through the hole. Save it unwinding everywhere. I'll have a little route around in this at my leisure. So that is it for now. I don't think it wasn't a very productive weekend. I think I bid and won on one thing, which was some signalling. I've just paid for that with a £5 discount with the voucher, use the app thing, and something non-railway related for a bit of machinery in the shed that needs fixing, and some chips that are on the way. That's it. See you on the next bit.